Hello and welcome everyone to D1 stream. Today I'm joined by Husky.
Hello.
A long time no see here on comms with me. Actually 1 week, but that's a different story. Today we are racing at Mexico with full quali, 16 drivers and full 36 laps. Um, yeah, it's gonna be interesting, and we are ready up, so it just came into hand.
Yeah, really excited for today. It seems like we got a lot of the front runners from the majority of the season in the lobby today, so it should be pretty competitive from, the front of the grid to mid pack to even some of the stragglers behind. Should be competitive all around.
It looks very competitive. We got the two championship contenders, Death Star and Grizzler. Of course, there's also KJ, but he's pretty much out of the championship fight. Is he? If he's not gonna pull anything big and get some of those points back. Um, so yeah, it's gonna be really interesting to see again the rivalry between Death Star, Grizzly, KJ. It's gonna be big fight up ahead. I think Wabo could challenge for some of the podiums there. One of the place on the podium. There's also a lot of fast drivers like Humane, Tyler, Haynes, Stein, a lot of drivers who could challenge for a podium, possible win, but with that Star and Grizzler in the lobby, there's not gonna be any fight for win, only between the three, that Star, Grizzler, and KJ. And we are starting Q1 in 1 second, which is now.
Yeah, should be very close fight between the top three in the standings right now, which is Grizzler. No, it's Death Star that's in the lead, if I'm correct.
Yeah, no, Grizzler is leading the championship.
Grizzler's leading. Okay, yeah. Should be pretty close between Grizzler and Death Star. Death Star has been pretty dominant in these past few races, though. So maybe he'll show out again today, but you never know. Mexico's caused a lot of upsets in the past two races from this weekend, so we'll see what happens on the track.
As well, we got one new driver, I think, that's Kois, and actually two drivers. Noob is one of them. So it's gonna be really interesting to see how fast they are compared to our drivers. Um, yeah, there's gonna be a big fight on top three. Possible top 5. A lot of drivers are fast here, so you can't really predict this. Um, yeah. So Kois is the
Well,
first out of the garage. We're gonna get a lap with him in a moment. So as he heading to the assist, he's doing a fast auto lap actually. I think he just wants to get a lap under his belt. Only one guy is gonna be out of Q1. If you're fast enough, it's enough to get one lap under your belt. You're gonna be fine. Let's do an onboard vault, shall we? As Kois goes around the final corner onto the long straight. He's gonna go up on DRS. Actually, he forgot to turn his ERS on, so it's not gonna be the fastest lap, but we can still go with him. He goes into the first corner, takes it pretty nicely. Second corner, takes a lot of the curve. I don't think that's gonna work out for him. Goes out of the final corner on the next DRS train. He's gonna straight. He's gonna go into this corner. You gotta brake a lot, but now it's gonna be the hard part. You gotta hit the apex as much as you can, but not too much. These two corners are hard to get. You don't want to take much of the curve also. You go through fifth here, right at the power as much as you can. Don't take too much of the curves. You could get loads of oversteer from going onto those curves. He goes onto this straight again with DRS. Now into the final sector we go. This podium stage as Cash left, but now he goes into the final corner and long final corner. He's gonna go across the line, and it's 1:18.2, and I think that's a really bad lap. Are you inviting?
Yeah, I've got to sort out my EA ID with him.
Yeah, okay. I think I have him. I'm gonna just invite him quickly. Uh, I don't think I have him for some reason. Oh, his internet crashed. Oh no.
Unlucky. Not a great start for the Papaya Army.
So
So yeah,
KJ is leading the laps now, with Grizzle and Deathstar, his biggest rivals, still not completing a lap. So I think he should be pretty safe with that time. Safe to say, he's not gonna fall out Q1 with this time. I think it's really hard to fall out with a 116s. The drivers in 118s are gonna be at risk. One of them is Diamonds. He's at the biggest risk actually. So we'll see what's gonna happen there.
I mean, it is still the first preliminary lap that these drivers are doing, so they're still going through their gears and feeling out the track. We didn't get any inclination on how the weather's doing, so they might be outrunning something. It's looking like pretty clear skies for now, but we don't know. As we saw yesterday in D2, it could turn from bright sunny skies to rainy real quick. So yeah, we're just gonna wait for these final five drivers to leave the pits and complete their first laps around the track. Plenty of medium runners, which makes me think some of these people might be going for a soft strategy today in the race. Maybe saving.
It's gonna be interesting if someone is gonna go for a softs in the race. I don't think anyone actually did that and made it work in other divisions. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's kinda hard strategy. It's gonna punish your tires a lot. You're gonna lose a lot of time. You gotta be really fast to make that strategy work and save those tires as much as you can. So great tire management plus a good pace is gonna make that strategy work, but it's better to go safer than risk a lot.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree. It looks like Grizzler's actually going out for a lap now.
He actually is.
Looks like. Yeah, it looks like the Panda Man himself is having a little bit of issues with his internet and can't get back in. So I'm just gonna monitor chat, see if he's gonna be able to get back in
I
before quali's over.
Yeah, I invited him. I'm gonna send him a few invites, possibly. As Mr. Haynes is actually second. That was a great lap from the upper runner in this uh, division. Of course, he raced in D2 last season, and now he's not almost racing because of the problems with his internet, which there's a lot of problems with the internet for some drivers. So yeah, and with Panda guy leaving, um, maybe it's gonna be hard for him to maybe complete the lap. We got still 10 minutes remaining, so it's not gonna be possibly that hard. But if his internet's gonna be struggling a lot, then it's gonna be a problem. As we see
Yeah.
Grizzler going for a lap on softs. Opens the RS on the straight, uses the RS. Now onto the first first few corners. takes it a bit deep, a bit different to other drivers. Maybe it's gonna work out for him then. Um, so he's going onto the next straight, into this heavy braking zone. You gotta get right. He misses the apex, but not by much. I don't think it's gonna affect it that much. Goes into the double corner. Now into the SS we go, sector 2. This is the crucial part of sector 2. Takes it a bit deep, but still manage to go on the right pace, on the right side, and still not win it. So he goes into this. Ooh, as he invalidated.
As he invalidates in sector 3.
He was pushing too much indeed. Maybe
That's
he
gotta be
was
soul
losing
crushing.
too much time.
Maybe. Now the question is, okay, yeah, he goes into the pit, so he's gonna have a quick turnaround to try and set a faster lap time. He still has plenty of time to get out there and run a couple of laps, but we have a spectate driver for our web.
Arvep?
Oh, and okay, it looks like he's starting a lap now, actually.
Yeah. Then
Yep.
we can watch him. Another Red Bull. I think the Red Bull is kinda carried in D1 and D2. There's not two fast drivers. So in D3. So they're gonna make the most of it. The points as he gets snap of oversteer, but still manages to go without track limits as Dead Star goes second fastest, 2 tenths down on KJ's time, and KJ is gonna be proud with that time. But wait, Dead Star is on mediums, then he gotta be proud of that.
You know, you might want to take a look at the back of the field as one of our McLarens are now on a lap. Cash Panda Man himself actually set a purple sector 1. He's now going into the S's and he invalidates.
Invalidated. Yikes.
Track back a bit to the other McLaren that is yet to set a lap.
He's going through the SS. It's night broadcast camera here. Through the SS. It looks so satisfying. As he goes onto the last DRS straight before the finish line. He goes into this technical sector 2. Really technical actually. Looks like Monaco sector 2. But with a bit wider road. Hard to get right. But he still manages to get it right. He's gonna go through the final corner. Across the line. He's gonna go 5th fastest. Only a few tenths down on Cage's time. That's not too shady. As Pandaman is going for another lap and he invalidated again.
Ooh, he's gonna have to push hard into the pits here to turn around and have another shot at it.
He could recharge his ERS, go for it again. As Diamonds left the session.
I'll go ahead and send him an invite.
That's nothing new. KJ retired, that's also nothing new.
It's a cocky bit of an ego retire there.
Yeah, but it's gonna stay for him. But the track evolution could get him, but I don't think anyone or everyone is gonna outqualify him that easily.
Yeah. Looks like Grizzler's setting a lap now. Now there are only 16 drivers in the lobby, so there's only one that's going to be knocked out at the end of this session. There is still 6 minutes to go, so there is time to push into the pits and leave. You know, if you leave with about a minute 45, 2 minutes, you're going to have plenty of time to do an out lap and then push, but anything beyond that can be cutting it a bit close.
Yeah, and it looks kinda interesting. It's a bit mixed up the grid. It's not a normal as you see in D1. As Grizzler is going for another lap. Through the S's he goes onto the last DRS straight. Into the technical sector. Almost taking the white line with him there. But he goes through this technical sector. Into the last corner. He goes across the line, and it's gonna be It's gonna be actually fastest by 3 tenths over KJ, and KJ is maybe not gonna feel that comfortable. He would feel in that position now, but it still looked promising.
Yep, as we have Abdul going back for another lap, chose to not pit. So now he's pushing, came out with 80% ERS remaining, so hopefully that's enough to get him to the end. Should be.
I mean, you're fine with 50%, so 80%
Yeah.
it should be enough, more than enough actually. So he's going through this also technical sector, but a bit less technical actually. Um, into the SS he goes. A nice camera here again, pushing through the SS on the limit. He goes onto the last DR straight. I'm gonna say that a lot of times here. Um, into this,
Down by 3.5 tenths going into sector 3.
maybe he's gonna pit at the end of this lap. That could say. And he's not pitting, he's actually trying to complete that lap, but he actually completed it and goes P3.
Yeah,
And
gains 500s in the last few corners there.
he did a Max Verstappen in Monaco, but that's a nice time indeed. You gotta be proud of this. Um, Panda Guy is gonna start his lap in a few seconds time. Uh, can he complete this lap finally and possibly be safe and knock Erweb into the knockout zone, which is one driver for now? He goes across the line onto the straight, and we'll see what can he do. 2.5 minutes remaining in the session. He's only gonna get one more attempt, possibly two, but he's gonna have to try a lot not to invalidate. Uh, so yeah, he goes. Now he starts the technical two sectors with only one straight dividing them. Actually, two straights. One is much much blah, blah. I forgot the word. Well, we go into the SS. Um, he goes into the SS and he completes it very nicely indeed. Goes into seventh onto the DRS straight here. Grizzler ego retired. That's fine from my almost invalidating there, but only taking the line, not over it, and that was fast indeed. This could be a fast lap. Um, is he gonna complete it now? Gonna go across the line to go P8, and I think he's very safe and very pleased with that time.
Yeah, Arweb looked like he was just riding the tailwinds of Cash, and you know, going into sector 2, I just looked over to him for a second, and he only had 14% ERS remaining, which is cause for concern. There's plenty of time to push across the line one more time. You'd think that maybe it'd be a smart decision to back out of the push lap and then, go again whenever you cross the line, so you'd have a little bit more ERS to spare. But looks like he's going to end up P10 with was that four other drivers, so he will be safe. But NSO Burt and Coys aren't safe.
They totally ironed because the three divers, NSO Bird could be safe with Koi's retiring, so NSO Bird is safe, but Koi's is not safe at all. The times are pretty close in the last top three. Um, let's see, what can they do? Diamonds is actually gonna go for a lap, but Tiger is now going for a lap. He's a reserve, so um, he's not gonna probably take pole like Starry did, but he is fast enough to maybe get through. So he goes into these technical sectors, not taking too much grip as other drivers. He goes across the line to set, and he's totally safe now. Heimane is next on a lap. He's gonna be the next. He's gonna go across the line. Going into the technical sector now. That's our also Igor retired. Not blaming him. He's safe. Um, Igor's
As Diamonds is in the drop zone, but he is on brand new soft, so you might be safe here.
the one who is not safe could be Humane and Kois. They're pretty close to knockout, but Humane looks to be improving a lot, and he's not leaving any margin there. So I think Kois is gonna be out of this session, and Igor retiring did not pay off for him. And now
No, it did
Diamonds.
not.
It's only Diamonds who can deny Kois or get knocked out. He's gonna go across the line to knock out Kois. Um, and Kois is gonna be out of this session.
Very, very safe lap there.
I'm
And that'll
gonna
bring our Q1 to the end.
I'm gonna leave it up to you for a bit. I'm gonna go make a glass of water.
Okay. Oh, wow. All right, I just looked over. Um, won't be able to do any of the spectate drivers, but I can commentate what they're doing while Emu is vacant for a second. Yeah, so our top three performers coming out of Q1 is Grizzler in the Red Bull, KJ in the Alfa Romeo, and Abdulaziz in the McLaren, with Death Star behind him on setting a 116.7 in used mediums, actually. So, yeah, looking very, very competitive today. Only 5/10 off of the P1 position in not even arguably a worse compound. Just waiting for the green lights in the pit lane for the start of Q2.
Just back in time as we go into Q2.
He's a fast water glass preparer. I don't know the terminology for it. Okay, I'm just waffling.
Fast glass prepare.
Yes.
So, in Q2, now it's gonna be more interesting with 5 drivers going out at the end of the session.
Looks like Hans redeemed a hydrate.
I did hydrate now, so
Okay.
I'm fine.
I'll do a hydrate quick. Yum. The Grizzlies Q1 is faster than my pole lap yesterday.
Oh my god.
Good lord. That just shows you the difference between D1 and D3. Or
That's
I guess
my
D2
point.
as well.
That's my point why I don't want to race in D1.
It's not gonna be fun if you get promoted.
Yeah, I'm
It's
gonna be constantly
very
last.
competitive.
I don't think I'm the first in the line to get promoted actually. I think there's people in front of me, so I should stay in D2 for another season.
Get better.
Skill
Yeah,
issue.
skill issue. Get better. Well, it looks like Panda Man is out on the track first, completing his out lap.
He is
Breezing
far
through that
ahead
sector
of everyone
3
else.
straight, yeah. Through the last final corners here, and he will be green flag to complete his first lap here in Q2.
Do you want to do an onboard club?
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's watch Pandaman and Huskies on board.
All right. So, pretty easy down this sector 1 straight. Keeps a tight line through turn 1. Turn 2 goes a bit wide. Turn 3 is going to send him out past the apex, but he is going to ride that lip very nicely. A lot of shadows on my track here, but looks like he's setting up for sector 2 quite nicely. Through this, ooh, very technical sector, just rides the line, rides the limit there. Very, very close to invalidating, but he's just kissing the limit. Through sector 2, nicely through the S's. What a great camera angle as well. And now he's on the back straight, DRS open into 7th, into 8th. 25% ERS remaining. Looks like it's going to be a very, very nice lap from him. Once again, on the limit here. Around the last 3 corners. Down into 2nd. Quick short shift to 3rd, 4th, 5th. Up across the line, hugging this right side nice and... Ooh, it's at 1:16.7.
That's 2/10 slower than Grizzly's time, and Grizzly proves us right. But he goes also slower than his Q1 time.
Which makes you think, is track evolution not quite there yet?
Maybe just it's the first 2 laps actually, first 3 laps. So there's not gonna be too much evolution, as NewCube goes actually fastest by 0.2.
Yeah. And we have another
Haynes
T1
goes
sitter.
fastest. Haynes looks to be fast here.
Just like the underwear brand. I guess they make t-shirts as well, but...
You could say.
Tidy whities for the win.
And it looks all nice for the other drivers, but the another 5 did not complete a lap. So KJ in the pits, Tyler on a lap, Humane in the pits, Erweb on a lap, Dead Star in the pits. We'll actually watch Tyler, because he's gonna complete his lap in a moment as he goes into the last sector now, into the last corner now, and he's gonna go across the line to get his lap under his belt, and it's gonna be
P10. About a second off of a competitive time there. Keep an eye on R-Web in the back, the next person to complete the lap. Death Star actually leaving the pits, not on his out lap. But R-Web is closing in on the last couple of corners. Last corner. With a high speed straight, and he goes P9 for 117.5, which is not looking all too promising for Q2 here. He is going to have to set another time.
Yeah, it's gonna be really hard for some drivers to get a lap, but Abdul
Looking like he
possibly
might go for
getting a
another
lap.
lap.
He's preparing for a lap, and he's totally going for a lap. So he goes across the line, turns on ERS, and opens DRS into the long straight, going a bit right till he goes left, but into the first turn he goes, into the second turn he goes, not taking too much curb, but taking a lot of curb in the last corner of these consecutive corners. He goes into this starting technical section, where do you want to take some curb, but not too much. Now he goes onto the S's, which has nice camera to watch from. He completes his S's, goes under the straight. With 20 ERS percent remaining, it's gonna be enough. This is a technical sector, so he's gonna gain a bit. Oh, as he spins around! Pushing too much, but no damage, no apparent damage on the car. He should be fine. to go on. I think he's gonna have to pit from that.
He's gonna have to push into pits now.
He pushed too much and it did not pay out for him.
Was he up on his time?
I think he was.
Oh,
So only 3 drivers out. Deathstar goes fastest
by
by
4 tenths.
nearly
Okay.
4 tenths.
Just join an esports league already, man.
Okay, that's enough. You should go esports. Divas B. We want competitive D1.
Yeah.
As KJ goes across the line, and it's gonna be only 117.
Oh, that might be a banker time. But yeah, I think we should coin Death Star as Death Stappen now, because it's what it's looking like. This past couple races, you know,
He's
safety cars
definitely
aside.
he's definitely trying to do the purpose of the Death Star, but
Death Stappen.
that's happened. But against Max, he is unstoppable with safety car. So safety car could stop him in this race, possibly. Crashing into the safety car. So KJ pushing it a bit. There's no one on a lap actually. Grizzler just completes his lap. He goes second fastest. And some of the McLaren is going out on the track. It's Abdul after his spin. He's not safe at all with that time. I think no one is gonna be actually safe with 17 and possibly 0.9, 16.9. But we'll see what's gonna happen there. As Davito is on a lap, he is improving. Let's see what can he do. Going into the technical sector here, sliding the car around, trying to get it. Now into the S's he goes, not taking too much curb, but you don't want to take too much curb. He does it just right as that star Eco retires again. He lost a bit in the sector, the second sector. He goes into the final corner now, and he's gonna go across the line to get to stay P15 and improving. Humane is about to start the lap now, so
Oh,
you left. You want an invite? I think Husky's internet just said goodbye. So we are alone for now until Husky comes back. As we are riding with Humane here, uh, going for going into the technical sector. I'm gonna say that a lot of times. Get used to it. As he goes into the SS now. We're gonna get the beautiful camera here. Just beautiful to watch actually. Um, he goes through the SS now into the technical sector here. Um, get the power as much as you can. Try not to invalidate though, and spin like Abdul. Now he's gonna go into the final corner to complete his lap, and he goes into the pits. He's not completing his lap. He could be out. Abdul is next to go across the line with the Red Bull of Araba behind him on an outlap. He goes across the line to set. Nice third place. Nice quali. Nice quali from the McLaren of Abdul here. Cash is going for another lap. I think he is actually pushing the another lap. So he's going through the SS onto the straight now. Um, let's see if he's up on his time. He's down on his time. Maybe he did a bit of a mistake in the last sector. If he can, I think he's going to pit. He's not pushing, so I think that's it. Now he's going for another lap like this. Yes, he is. Maybe did some mistake there. He wants to correct. So let's watch him again, shall we? Into the first 3 turns we go. Um, as possibly someone spun out the Red Bull, or he's letting people by. That's a lot of possibilities that could happen here. And he lifted. So he's not going for a lap. And so bad. Should be on a lap. So he's going to the assist here. Into the assist now he goes actually. As there's everyone almost on the track. Not Mr. Haynes though, he's not on the track. Maybe he's happy. You're back?
Okay, yeah. Just give me 1 second to load up F1. I'm gonna need an invite.
Yep. Tell me when to
Sorry
invite you.
about that. Sorry about that.
It's okay. So, Panda is going for another lap. He had to load his fuel up a lot. Maybe 5 laps of fuel, maybe more. He's definitely trying to settle up. He's not gonna be safe in that 8th place. Definitely not that safe. As anyone else would be. So he goes into the technical sector now. And let's see what's he gonna set. Into the double corner here. That's a very much interesting corner. Into the SS he goes, pushing the limit, but his ERS looks to be a bit low, and he could lose a lot of time from, but he's gaining. So it's his last attempt to actually do something about that time, and he needs to push to the line to actually get something out of this. He goes into the final corner, he goes now across the line, and he's gonna set P8. Only improved by 300. Not the greatest lap he could have done, but he should be maybe more safe.
Invite, please.
Yep. Oh. Got it there.
Thank you.
Davito now across the line. He's the driver at the risk now, and he goes third. And now Panda is out of this session with NSO Bird
No.
and Tiger. These 3 drivers are out for now. Diamonds is gonna complete his lap. Is he gonna be out? And he is out. Diamonds is another one out. And Airweb pits. So this is the 5 guys who are out of this session. Panda Guy, NSO Bird, Diamonds, Airweb, and Tiger.
Okay. Alright, we're back in. And 2 Williams in 2Q3, much like what we had yesterday.
Yeah, but spoiler alert, if you didn't watch the Las Vegas GP, um,
Ah!
okay, I'm not telling that. I'm not doing.
Nope. Ah!
I thought you watched it, but
No, I watched it, but I don't know if everyone else has watched it.
yeah, I said spoiler alert, so
Oh
they
yeah.
should mute me. But okay, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna leave it out there, and you can only guess.
My driver got killed. That's unfair. Don't talk upon him. Who's your driver? Idiot.
I suppose.
I don't know if he's talking about.
I don't. Also, I don't know if he's talking about. Yeah.
In D2.
Yeah, he's TP with William TC.
Yeah. Who's Williams in D2?
He is a new era, of course. Yeah.
New Era. Yeah, he died. Yeah.
He died. I
Yeah.
almost died of a heart attack when I see him all across the circuit, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
I just
Of-
remember I remember me going from stone cold silent to whoa. That wasn't even racing. Okay.
So we are here in Q3,
Who will be the first to leave the pits?
and who will be the first? Who's gonna place first? And let's say one Will Buxton saying, if you have the fastest time, you're gonna be first. Had to do it
Yep.
as one of the
That's
Aston
Star
Martin.
first to leave the
That
pits.
star is out of the pits.
Looks like
Abdul is
Abdul
also
behind
leaving.
them
Noob Tube
with
is also
one
leaving.
of the Williams.
I mean, almost everyone is leaving. It's not too much time to set a bit too much laps, so he's just gotta be fine with what he's got. So I think the main guy who's gonna take pole is gonna be that star, but
Yeah,
there's
he seemed pretty uncontented today, man. It's unless he seriously bottles Q3, then I think it's pretty much a guaranteed pull for him. He's just so much faster than every other driver out there right now, at least on this circuit.
Grizzler could challenge him with KJ, but I don't think it's gonna be enough.
Actually,
It's just gonna be only close, not enough. So as that star now, do you want to do another onboard lap?
yes.
So it's yours.
All right. Well, he opens up his lap hard down the straight, still holding on to seventh gear. So let's see as he goes down into turn one, takes a wide line over the limit of the track, but still stays within it. Oh, wide within turn three. That chicane is very tricky to completely nail, but if you prioritize that exit apex, then you should be fine. So it looks like he prioritized the entry to here. The second chicane with the double turn going into sector 2. That was beautiful. Now you're going to look for a wide line coming into the S's here. Stays within limits. Very nice, very nice. And he's out of the S's onto the back straight. Using 70% of his ERS, which is a lot more than you'd think that you'd need for a lap around this track. But there are so many straights as he's into the technical sector now. It's a very wide third penultimate corner. Anyways, he's now out of the last corner across the line and sets a 1:15.8.
Oh my god, that's,
Oh my god.
that's 1 second faster than the pole time in D2.
What?
And he's gonna take the pole from garage with this time.
Oh.
He
Hey,
did not
well.
leave. any margin
He
of
did
there.
not. He did not bottle it, and KJ's only he's a little bit more than 2/10 behind him in P2. And if you know Death Star, you know he's not done with Q3 yet. There's still another run to be made. So, as we see the final two, ooh, Humane has invalidated, but Stein also going into the pits.
And he broke his front wing. His front wing is completely missing.
Yeah, that's well, I'm gonna quote myself from Canada. It's a sad sight to see. It's like a man without a mustache.
Yeah, you can say that. As Grizzler now going for a lap, he's the pole position contender with KJ here. Can he challenge for the pole, at least in the first bank cross in Q3? He goes into the first corners, getting nice and hitting those apexes just enough. Getting great. It was a great first three turns. One of the greatest turns I've ever seen in on this track. As he goes on into these corners, not missing the apex, just licking the apex on the inside. Now into the double corner, he goes a bit wide, a bit of under braking, but now into the SS he goes with this beautiful camera, getting everything just right, and onto the straight he goes, and now he's gonna be the last sector where he can gain time on that star. Um, he goes into these two turns, very hard to get right. But now, final corner he goes, and he's gonna go across the line, and he's gonna set 115.8.
Jesus.
It's
2,000th of a second above Death Star. And we actually have breaking news. Death Star's on the wrong setup.
oh my god.
Yeah, okay.
Um, well,
Jesus.
I'm not gonna talk because it's too fast.
Yeah.
I don't see where they're gaining so much time on D2.
Yep. Well, we
Impossible.
have Humane that's about to go on a lap now, so looking like he'll be the only driver on a push lap now. If you want to go ahead and take the reins on this one, or
Um, I think I'm fine.
all right. Well, opens up DRS on the first straight. Super long one as well. Plenty of time to be gained here if you're running a lower downforce setup, but doesn't look like the optimal setup to use for this track. This sector 2 or beginning of sector 2 going into the end of sector 3 is
And
already
he
invalidates.
invalidated.
Okay, well, never mind. Well,
And he's
shall we do
totally
some
at risk.
karaoke while we wait for
Do you know any
someone
Starry
else to go out?
songs? Do you know the lyrics?
I know no. The only thing going into my head is the going for pole.
I don't remember any of the lyrics.
And I am going for pole, for pole, for pole.
I remember the rap part from McLaren's song,
So yeah,
but I
and
don't know.
there's never back down. There's always safety car.
Never back down, never what? That would be so great if he put that into the song.
Never back down, never what?
That would be the most listened song.
That was my soundtrack in Hungary.
Yeah. In my Hungary also. But yeah, Mexico did not work out for me as Hungary.
Looks like, man, it looks like the Abdul might actually end up with a penalty after the conclusion of the race for retiring on track in Q1, along with the Alpine of Kois.
Do you get a penalty for that?
Retiring, I'm not certain if it's the same rules applying in quali.
I think that's just an agreement between HDR, I think. Retiring on
Yeah,
track. I think that's just an agreement. Or that's how I remember, just not retire on track, retire in the pit.
yeah,
It's something
be
like the
good.
gentleman agreement.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it looks like Abdul's going for another push lap here. Into sector 2, he's only 7 thousandths up on his previous time, looking to make up some time in sector 2 as well. Around the double corner very nicely, looking for a wide line to go into the S's here, setting him up quite well.
Going to the S's is just nicely on the back straight.
I
He's
love
gonna.
that camera POV as well.
He's like. He's maybe faster than Grizzler in sector 2, I think.
You
Uh,
know what? He is up 1.5 tenths already, coming out of
this
sector
could
2.
be a good lap.
I don't think it's enough for pole, but it'll be in contention.
It's P3.
Yeah,
It
P3.
is in contention, only 2 tenths down, 1 10 down on KJ. Sorry, that's that star.
Yeah, 1/10 up on KJ though. 900ths, whatever way you look at it, I round up. So we have our final two drivers that have not set a lap yet going out for outlaps now. Looks like DeVito's starting a lap as well. All right.
So, the pole position time is not certain. It looks like this could be too close. Maybe closer. I don't know how is that possible, but Hungary D2. That was zero
I
zero one.
I'm gonna go with a outrageous pole position time of a 15.6, and I'm gonna say it's gonna come from Death Star.
And you think that's outrageous? I think it's gonna be point 0.5.
Oh, that is mightily outrageous.
Yeah, we'll
All
see who's
right.
gonna be closer.
Let's see. You can ride on board with Grizzler. I'll watch. Oh, Death Star invalidated.
Oh, and it's gonna they
That's gonna hurt. See if he has enough time. No, he won't have enough time to set another lap. So it looks like Grizzler, who's not up on his time either. Let's see, will Abdul have enough time to cross the line? Don't think he will. There's only 1 second remaining. No, he won't. He just got caught out by it.
yeah, and
Oh my god, KJ is 3/10ths down on his time coming around the final corner now. Will he set pole?
he
He
goes
will.
pole. Whoa! And I did not certainly expect KJ on a pole. That's
Neither did I.
interesting.
Huh? Came out of nowhere.
Um, yeah,
So
interesting
it
one.
looks like the Williams driver. Nope, he's invalidated. Let's see, Tyler Haas, DeVito. Looks like Stein might be the next person to cross the line. Setting his first lap, which is a
P5.
16.3.
That's a nice lap.
Yeah. Looks like the only
Davito,
person that could
2 seconds
improve
down,
now is Tyler.
and he is down. He has to get, and he's pitting.
No.
So
All right. Well,
this is your order, top 10.
KJ with a
Starting.
pole position. Not bad. Not bad at all. And Kois has left the session. I will try to send him an invite. Okay, should be fine now. All right. So we will get the starting position board up in a second. Death Star now Rage stepping.
And this was a good quali indeed.
Yeah. Didn't quite get that pole time that I promised myself, but you
Yeah,
know
I'm
what?
I'm 3 tenths down.
See, I wasn't as bad. I wasn't as bad.
I thought,
But you
well,
know,
maybe if
your top three are only separated by less than half of a tenth. 500ths of a second separates P1 from P3. That's outstanding.
yeah, I
Just
think
like
maybe if Grizzler and Death Star go for a lap, it could be 7, 6, maybe between that. And if Death Star would maybe has his setup, he could maybe get the 5 in, but yeah, now it's only a theory because we're not gonna know. So now the main show, the race, 36 laps of this um, Hermanos circuit. I don't know the name. I'm gonna say just Mexico City circuit. Um, and it's a big pit lane. Maybe the widest pit lane on the calendar. Hard to say.
really is. So what do you think some possible strategies are going to be going into here?
I mean, it's really easy. Mediums to hards, softs to mediums. I don't think that's gonna be
Nah,
here, but I think it's just gonna be mainly mediums to hards,
Quiz, I
possibly
sent you an
mediums to
invite. Oh, okay.
hard to mediums, but I don't see any strategy for mid up.
Oh, shoot, that's the wrong person. Sorry, Coys. I thought I sent you an invite. I didn't realize you had to restart your game. There you go, buddy. Okay, yeah. So mediums to hards, pitting lap 16, vice versa. I don't think an undercut is going to prove useful because either way, one of your tires are going to fall off way before their life expectancy if you try to go for that undercut.
Yeah, we need to wait for a bit. We are gonna ready up in 2 minutes, so um, it's a bit chill for now. It's gonna be It's gonna be interesting to see who can come out on top. That star with wrong setup, possibly. Grizzler, KJ.
Uh, Jamie has now cursed Grizzler and Death Stappen. Are we allowed to curse upon ourselves? Oh, and he's cursed diamonds. He's gonna curse the whole grid. He's gonna blow all his buddy bucks here.
So we are gonna start in a few seconds time. And here we are. Mexico City circuit, 5 lights. And away we go as Grizzler gets a great start against KJ. Um, but KJ is still on the pole, side by side. That Star is picking up the slipstream to get, but Grizzler goes into the inside, gets the move almost done, but KJ comes back and gets that move again done. Great defending. That Star now the contender for the second position.
He's looking to take the outside here.
And it's gonna work out for him as he manages to do a 2 overtake in 1 corner. Oh my god, what was that move? That Star is not leaving anything out there on the table. He wants to get everything out of this race.
Yeah. And, you know, gotta say, from that move alone, Death Star might actually win this race without any hesitation.
On the wrong setup.
On the wrong setup, doesn't matter. He's gonna win it all anyways. He's definitely not gonna win it the entire race. He's gonna have an awesome strategy. He's definitely got just enough fuel to take him the entire race. Let's see, who else is on the chopping block? Let's go with the Red Bull Grizzler next. You know, he has lost the position to Death Star. Started in P2, but you know what? I think he's gonna make up that position to KJ. He's definitely gonna get ahead sometime here. They definitely. It's not gonna be a fight at all. He's just gonna slide right past KJ. Definitely not gonna do a big spinner. Let's see, who else is left? Diamonds. Where's Diamonds at? Oh, he's so far back.
I totally forgot
Starting
he
at P12.
exists.
Oh, yeah. Well, you won't be able to forget him for much longer. He's definitely going to climb up through this grid. He's on for a podium for sure. Even from this far back, you know, he's actually gained a position since the start of the race. The Mercedes looking awfully dominant today. But you got to think, why is everyone not just moving out of his way? He knows that he's better. Everyone else knows that he's better as well.
That's not even cursing.
No.
That's just
trying my best,
gaslighting. Oh my god.
Oh god. I'm gonna get death threats after the race whenever everybody watches this back.
You're gonna
And
get
you know what?
banned.
You know what? You know I couldn't leave that Alfa Romeo in P2 alone, right?
Yeah.
KJ looking awfully dominant this race.
That's almost impossible to say.
he's gonna keep within that 1 second gap to Death Star in front of him, even though Death Star's on the wrong setup. Who cares? He's definitely gonna stay within that gap. Permanently on for P2, but guess what? He might be on for a race win today. Who knows?
Who knows if he's not gonna crash out again.
Oh no, he's definitely not gonna crash out this race.
Oh my fucking god.
I just sacrificed the rest of my season for that. I did it for the pit. Every time I curse KJ, I've got 2 bad races afterwards.
Oh my god.
Oh, as we have got another curse for DeVito. Haas driver up into P6. Hasn't changed any positions since the start of the race 2 laps ago. Actually, moving on 3, but you know what? That's going to change because that number beside his name is going to go up into the green here in a second. Looking to the inside outside of Stein. Definitely looking awfully competitive here within DRS range. Going to make the move, and he's not going to spin it at all. No contact. Cleanest move you've ever seen. Oh. And yeah, he might win this race as well. Definitely podium contender from DeVito here. You know, Haas has a bad rap to it, and that's probably why he quit his TP position. But you know what? I think he's still a great driver. He's definitely gonna dominate this race from the mid pack. You know. Let's see. Is there anybody else on the chopping block in these first couple of laps? DeVito again.
Leave DeVito alone. He's the most unlucky man in D1, and you're gonna curse him 2 fucking times. Leave him alone.
Uh,
Oh my god.
leave him alone. He's got a family.
He's got a family. He needs to score points. Impossible.
DeVito, 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 DeVito. Ah, man, it's almost like you're just toying with these guys in front of you. I mean, we both know that Abdul is great, but DeVito just gonna show his dominance here on the straight. You know, he's definitely got higher wings than everyone else. But oh, and we actually
Safety
have a
car.
first retirement of the session.
Safety car, and it's a panda guy who
No.
possibly smashed it into the wall.
Uh, debris is nowhere to be seen, but the safety car is out.
I think he loosened his wing and he was too far back to continue this race, so he just
Making up a
retired.
56-second gap. Right, but it wasn't in pits. It was in.
There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
So this pack is gonna be a bit closer as something happened with Tyler behind. He was ghosted for some reason. Um, Interesting.
So that's what happened. He had a Ferrari strategy. Come on, McLaren! He went into the pits and they didn't change his broken wing.
Oh my god, it's the Silverstone strategy. Well, well, well.
See, the grid's still very close together. It's still the 5 opening laps of this Grand Prix, and you got to think, what type of restart are we going to see from Death Star, as Stein actually has 2.5 seconds to make up once they catch up to the safety car. So you have 4 people already in the pits, looking to go on a hard tires for their second stint.
As Tiger has a penalty for some reason.
Just get a quick chat to the FIA and see what type of a penalty we're talking about. It looks like it's just a track limits warning.
Yeah.
You got 3 of them on lap 3. That is
Insane. Maybe he loosened the car and then just went over the track limits too.
And
Possibility of
oh
that.
no! Just whenever you think Death Star is in the clear, he's behind the safety car, his worst enemy.
Come on, Death Star, you can do it. Only one more lap. You can do it.
We believe in the Aston.
It's his worst enemy. You didn't see any rivalry this bad in any of the series, any of the films. This is it. This is the biggest rivalry right
Who needs
here.
Drive to Survive? This is Hyperdrive to Survive. Trademark. Yes.
Hyperdrive to Survive. Oh my god, that would be a nice series.
Oh my god. YouTube short series incoming. Hyperdrive to Survive.
You just came out with a great idea. How do
I
you
better
do
be
that?
getting paid for these, man.
You
I
should.
need my pennies.
Yeah, you'll get 1 penny for that.
Woo! Or I'll take a hydrate as well. Hydrate would do nicely. And I don't have a cup here. Oh wait, I got a water bottle. We're good. Let's see. I gotta pour water from my pitcher into this like plastic water bottle that I got. Try not to spill. I spilled. Uh oh.
Yeah, and that sounds like a skill issue to me. But
Oh no, I smelled something. All right. Is there any hydrates in the chat? I can't see. My hand's blocking it. Okay, yeah, Jamie, thank you for the double hydrate there. Appreciate it. But safety car should be in this lap.
hopefully, yeah,
There it is.
it
Race control.
is in this lap. So we'll see a great restart probably. The main rivalry between the star and safety car is gone for now, so he should be fine. There's only two more arrivals which are not that significant as the safety car. Of course, is fighting for his life with the safety car, but when he's gonna go is the question for the drivers behind him, and he's gonna go now. He goes now, and it was a nice restart from KJ as he's right on the tail of Death Star now. Possibly
Death Star
making some
tactically moving over to the right side of the track to try and avoid drivers behind getting a slipstream. Now, he is allowed to move back over in order to get that corner, but he actually maintains position here. There won't be DRS for the next lap.
And no position changes, I think, there.
No, not currently. Everyone kept it nice and tidy. Oh, it looks like there's some fighting in the back.
And there's a lot of fighting on the back, and I think the Ferrari has loosened a wing. It's NSO Bird probably losing a wing there, getting a punt.
It looked like he went sideways, but I don't see any damage on the wing of his car. But there is a yellow flag as Tyler has spun the Alfa Romeo in the back. Looking for possible damage here. Don't think we see any. I think he just went a little wide. Maybe got punted.
So Bird and Tyler picked up a 3 seconds time penalty.
Oh boy. Guess who just got commentator cursed again?
Davito.
My boy in P7 in the Haas, looking mighty fast today. Going into turn 1, stalking the absolute, I'm not going to say that on stream, but the Aston Martin in front of him. As he takes the inside line, looking to take the outside line going into the first corner of Sector 2. Definitely optimal place to overtake, but you know what? He's going to get it anyway. Oh, he actually stays behind. It's pretty smart of him. Ooh, showing a bit of aggression here into the double corner. But who cares? He's the best anyway.
Davito is getting too much curses.
Yeah.
But last time I got cursed too much, I won. So maybe that could work on Davito, you know.
Yeah. Last time I got cursed, I cried myself to sleep, so we don't have the same experiences.
Yeah, it's about mentality. Someone likes to prove someone wrong, someone likes to prove someone right.
Yeah.
So, is Grazer actually falling back from KJ and Davito? Oh, KJ and that star. So, I got
No,
all
I
confused from the
think-
curses.
I think Tyler might have actually picked up some damage from that Sector 2 shunt. He's dropped back 26 seconds.
He is a lot behind.
But he's not pitting, so it must not be major damage.
He has one stop. He did stop once. He's on new tires, so he did stop. Interesting.
See, I could check stops. No, he's only on a one stop, and it was during the... Oh, yeah. Okay, well, it looks like he might have repaired his damage. Just missed it. Anyways, it looks like these top three are getting away with Abdul sitting in this little pocket of clean air. in between Grizzler and Koi's. Faster than the hard runner behind him, but not fast enough to keep up with the front three. Front three, excuse me.
But now it looks really close between these three drivers. KJ goes for a move on that star. And it looks like it's gonna be very tight and needy into turn 1, and he does the move on that star, but that star says, I'm not done yet, I'm gonna come back even without DRS on a wrong setup, but never mind. Oh, he did not say never mind, as he goes onto the double corner now with his lead again, and I think he led almost every lap now.
It looks like Abdul's just dropping farther back into the mirror, still actually creating a gap between himself and P5, but that gap between himself and P3 with Grizzler in front is just increasing with every sector that passes. It started out at 2.6, and within 2 laps time, it's up to 4.2.
It looks very promising for a lot of drivers, but we are not even in the half of the race distance, so we could see some bigger fighting. SKJ now with DRS making the move on that star again. Pretty easy move. He does it. Now he should stay up front pretty easily. As Grizzler
I'm
started to
actually
lose
looking for an overtake into turn 1. Can't quite get it though.
And yeah, that star, nothing happening there. As I think Grizzler lost some big margin there, as diamonds somehow spawned in P6. And that's impossible to see with my eyes, but I think it's possible now.
Well, DeVito just got cursed again.
Oh my god.
Well,
He is 14th.
you know what? You know what? Might actually work in his favor. A lap 11 pit for an undercut might come to his favor if there's a safety car anytime soon. He's a little bit far from the pack in order to be competitive with this undercut, but you know what? There's still plenty of time to be gained, because if the car in front of him pits, if the cars in front of him pit simultaneously, he will come out P8, P9, somewhere around there. Maybe even farther up, since the grid's so closely packed in front of him. But he's still on for a podium. Definitely gonna get P2 taking KJ's spot. I ran out of curses for him, man. I don't know what to say. I've said everything under the book. The book is empty, man. Like,
and he sets the fastest lap. Oh my god. How many curses can one man get?
I mean, he's making up 2 seconds a lap to P13, but you know what? I think his pit crew forgot to take the sandbags out of his car, because he's definitely 5 seconds a lap quicker than that.
And Grizzler was out of the DRS on this straight, and he is starting to lose to these guys up front. Could he lose touch with them?
I think he came back just in time for the DRS detection zone, but we will see.
3 seconds time penalty for Kois for track violations.
Alpine in the mud. Alpine in the mud.
And there's no other Alpine driver, so yeah.
Yeah, take that, Rise. Anyways.
McLaren better, even with one DNF. Wait, his driver is up front.
Oh no, we've had a DNF every race this weekend for McLaren.
Never mind, we still better.
We're still better. Yeah, if DeVito gets cursed again, I'm gonna pass it on to you. I'm out of my book's in the mud. I've run out of everything, every idea. Just gonna say he's faster than everyone from now on. Gonna get a very subpar curse. Let's see, it
So,
looks like possible position changes.
no position changes at all for now. There's a big fight up front, but I mean they're changing just every lap.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like those mediums are finally starting to fall off as that 3.2 gap to Koi's behind has fallen, as well as his position in P4.
As Abdul
Uh,
did some mistake and now he's gonna pay the price with Diamonds overtaking him, and that's not a great sign. But he's still side by side,
Still
and
looking
he
to the
lifts.
inside
He
seat's
lifts.
position, though. He won't get DRS onto the second straight.
He will get the DRS.
Oh, he will.
You get the same DRS detection zone as.
Oh, yeah, because he was behind Koi's. Yeah, I get it. Oh, NoobTube looking for a position change. Hot on the tail of Humane. Looks like they were about side by side going into turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, turn 4 and 5. Just had to use my fingers to count real quick.
And
Oh,
he
and
picks up 3
he
seconds
picks
time
up in 3
penalty.
seconds. Okay. That's why you don't go side by side into that sector, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my gosh, how much penalties are being
Oh
given
wow.
out?
We might need to check in on our Panda Man teammate. As you know, the medium runners are still going on, powering through 15 laps in. Still increasing the gap to P4. The 5-lap tire advantage to the hard runners behind.
As side by side goes Diamonds and Kois, and Kois keeps that position. But Abdul now, no, it looks like nothing. But Diamonds is gonna go for a move around the outside on Kois now. Just side by side, he goes for it and he makes it. As its safety car is out, and as Bird retired from the race, and it's our second safety
Gotta know
car.
what happened to the birdie boy.
And that's a great window for the mediums runners to pit on.
Looks like the Ferrari might have understeered going into that final corner and hit the wall on the left side of the track, the outside of that final turn. That's it's not good, but you know what? This is a whole new restart for the whole grid. They should all be due for new tire swaps. Hopefully they saved some from qualifying, but whoa. Okay. Yeah, as we see the top 3 runners going into the pits to swap out their 16-lap-old medium tires for brand new hards. R-Web staying out, 11-lap-old mediums for some reason. And let's see. Yeah, R-Web's the only person to not come into the pit. He will assume P1, but he's going to be under attack from the cars behind. Diamond's actually going on softs for his second stint.
Davito picks up 5 seconds time penalty for speeding in the pit line.
Ew, it's not good. Yeah, Diamond's already on a 2-stopper. So he's going to have to go for a 3-stop race.
I don't think he will need to. What tires is he on?
He's on softs. He's gonna have 19 laps to go on these to the end.
What is my man doing?
I don't know. He's gonna have to swap out for those scrubbed mediums that he had on the beginning. They only went 4 or 5 laps on them.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting to see.
Yeah.
How his strategy works out.
Well, he's gonna be very, very fast on the safety car restart, but you know, he's He's gonna lose a lot of time whenever he has to make that third pit stop of the race.
So the Tsar is not actually first, so they do not meet the rivals.
No, but you know, Death Star's got to watch out for our web now.
There's two rivals now, Arweb and safety car for the Star. Only one thing that could stop him is safety car, and it does not look it's gonna stop him. Yes, Mars, it's the second safety car.
So our web chooses to stay out on these 12-lap old mediums. Gotta think, what type of a strategy do you think he's going for here? He's gonna be super vulnerable on the restart.
He's gonna
Yes,
try
Mars.
to hang them around and then maybe try to go softs and pick up as much as he can probably. I think that's gonna do it for him.
Yeah, he's just gonna have to extend the stint until he's in the window to pit for softs. And then pray for another safety car.
Yeah.
Well, as our grid reforms, we're waiting on Tyler in the Alfa Romeo and NoobTube, his debut D1 race here in HDR, in the Aston Martin. But
And safety
safety
car
car
is gonna
in this
be
lap.
in this lap. So Ervap is gonna do the restart here. As that Star is still warming his tires. Never mind, he's not warming them. Now he's gonna go for it when it restarts. As Ervab gets a bad restart, slide it a bit, and now that Star is gonna totally go for it. Pretty easy move on the straight as Grizzler behind making moves on KJ, and it's a big fight between the Alfa Romeo, Aston Martin and Red Bull for this podium places. But it's gonna be about time when Ervap is gonna lose the position to KJ and Grizzle, as there's a bit of a combat between them, but it looks like it's not gonna do much. It's doing a lot.
Diamonds completely cuts the track and actually taps the rear right tire of Grizzler. And Kois loses out on positions there, not making use of these new soft tires. And hits the back. Oh, never mind. I'm lagging.
Not the same showed for me, so that's just Diamonds' Wi-Fi. He's lagging.
Ah, okay. So we don't ride on board with Diamonds then.
And I see yellow flags. It's you, main. He did something goofy.
Check for damage. Looks like everything's still intact. Maybe just a cheeky spinner.
As
Oh,
Toys
then-
now goes for the move with Diamonds actually doing the move, and they're gonna be 3 wide to the next runner. No, they're gonna be just 2 wide, but Toys goes bit too deep. Diamonds trying to hang it around, totally not leaving space. Goes there, but it's hard racing. What can you say? The Diamonds is gonna try to make a move around the outside now. Maybe a switcheroo, cheeky switcheroo is gonna work for him. No, he goes off the track when trying to switcheroo. It's Abdul actually now on the tail. He's gonna go down the inside. No, he's gonna stay behind.
He can go aggressive here. He's got an 11-lap advantage on our web. So he's looking to take the outside line onto the back straight. Yep.
And
Ooh,
he
it goes
managed
deep.
to do it pretty easily.
So we now have DRS enabled from the safety car restart.
And see the gap between KJ and the star?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was again crash gate, but on different, with RWeb blocking KJ and Grizzler getting to that star. So
Yeah.
I don't know if Red Bull planned it, but yeah, it does not look like it's planned.
Jamie Hester wants tires. If that's possible.
Yes.
Ooh, as we actually have Arweb and Tyler going too wide into sector 2. DeVito completely cutting through the track, taking out some styrofoam boards with him. As he falls to P12.
And that's not so good.
No. So Arweb, 15 lap old mediums now. I think it's past the point of redemption for him. He's got a pit now.
He's gonna end up almost last
He's
even.
sitting duck on this DRS straight. Actually making some contact with the Aston Martin of NoobTube. Loses out 3 positions. Yeah, whoever his engineer is needs to be fired.
I think he works for Ferrari.
Ferrari tragedy. There we go. Got it out.
Oh, as there's contact between Stein and Davito, there's debris and damage between those two. As Tiger catch up to them, but big damages back there, and
Looks like DeVito got away pretty cleanly. Can't say the same for Stein though.
Stein has a damage 100%.
Looks like he might have lost a front canard on that right side of his front wing, but it looks like he's still competitive. We'll see if he chooses to go into the pits on this lap. Definitely looks like he lost a bit of downforce there. As Grizzler actually overtakes KJ into turn 1.
And Arvap finally pits, and probably onto mediums with broken wing.
It's going to be a fight for 13th whenever he comes out with Tiger. Look, Koi's, Diamonds, and Abdul all looking very aggressive going into Sector 2, keeping a tight line, not willing to risk an overtake into here, but all 3 looking for either position change or to keep the position. No one goes for a risky overtake there, which is smart. Then we have DeVito fighting with Stein again. Humane's caught up to the pack.
As Diamonds goes down the inside on Abdul, and it's make it work. Pretty easy move with DRS. No, nothing complicated. Abdul is probably gonna lose place to Kois now. They're going side by side. Abdullah is totally not defending that like he could. Tiger retired in the pit lane, so that's not gonna be a safety car.
Nope.
by any means.
KJ now actually looking to stay within the DRS of Grizzler to maintain that P3 position.
I think it's fine, even not with having DRS.
We say farewell and good night to the AlphaTauri D1 reserve of Tiger Gamer.
Yeah. Now, again, the fight between these three is gonna continue for a long time, with Diamonds having to pit. Maybe he's not gonna try to pit, as side by side goes Coys and McLaren, but it's just not defending enough.
Yeah, he's going to be a sitting duck by the end of the race. Good news
Totally
is he's
is.
probably not going to fall far back enough to lose or to get out of the points, but it's still a strong possibility.
There's only one place which is not in the points, so it's almost impossible to fall out of the points.
Yeah, but never say never.
Yeah.
Actually, Vabo or Abdul. Ooh, taking the outside line, getting forced out by Tyler, who actually gives the position back. Diamond's actually looking like he's losing the two drivers behind him, as NoobTube and who else am I looking at? Nope, just NoobTube. Looks like he's caught up with Han's not too far behind. There's only 10 laps left to go, but Diamond's up into P4. But how long is he going to be able to stay there before those tires fall off? Which is going to be around the corner here soon, because they are 9-lap old softs. But we'll see. We'll see if he can manage his tires well enough and stay within DRS with someone. He might be able to get a tow till the end. Still risking a puncture staying out that long, though.
It's gonna be very, very interesting to see what's gonna
Yeah.
happen. We got 10 laps remaining ish, and then we'll see the final results. Skois makes a move.
Boy's now up in P4,
I don't think
but he
he's
won't have
gonna-
DRS.
I think he's gonna stay there for much longer, even with his ERS battery completely out.
Yeah,
He's gonna-
Diamonds goes down the outside of him, actually.
Abdu is trying to do the same, and it just it's a big snap of oversteer, just not working out for him. As there's contact between NoobTube
Oh,
and Tyler.
NoobTube goes sideways.
There was big contact between these two, and wow, NoobTube totally losing that.
You know, actually, as the fight for P1 still rages on, Grizzler back into DRS range of Death Star. KJ's got a penalty, though.
He's
Just a
pretty
3
much
second
out.
check. He's pretty much solidified P3 at this point.
Yeah. He's not gonna go anywhere with that.
Almost a safety car.
So we got Monspan out. It's the Ferrari of Stein. Doing something goofy.
Abdul still looking for a place to overtake.
There's a bit of a contact between Diamonds and Boys. And this contact makes go Abdullah through! Abdullah goes through!
Through goes Abdul!
Through goes Abdul! On
Papaya!
speed! And Diamonds! Oh my god. That was a great move.
And you gotta think, Diamonds' softs are gonna wear off any second now with Koi's not too far behind on the mediums. Still 8 laps to go, and Abdul's the only one that's gonna be able to make this stint count.
I think he is. So this is gonna be interesting. And he is gaining on them a lot. So he's not gonna lose them till this straight. It's almost impossible. They would have to fight or do something goofy,
Very, very goofy.
but that's not gonna happen.
Diamonds
Abdullah,
might be looking for an overtake. He'd be smart to stay behind and just use him as a tow to save his tires. Try not to be too aggressive if he wants to make this stint last.
that's 100% confirmed. If Diamonds is gonna try to go for a move on Boys. It's a bit squeezed. Tries to get
Maybe
a
just a
switcheroo
bit.
done, but not working for him.
Koi's really throwing his elbows out here. Abdul he's primed to lose the cars behind within sector 2. He's gonna have so much grip in going around these corners. He's already gained a tenth going into the first corner as compared to Koi's behind. Should be any second now that he's out of DRS, and he is out of DRS range now. He will be smooth sailing from here on out. Diamond's gonna have to rely on Koi's now for DRS with Tyler lurking behind. Maybe looking for a position change on the back straight. Oh, he backs out of it.
It looks really interesting. Only few laps remaining in this race, and a lot of interesting things to see.
Just hitting the wrong button, but yeah, okay. Koi's and Diamond's now actually fighting for position for some reason.
Koi's goes out.
Ooh, Koi's looks like it's really, really bad rejoin there. Actually pushes out Tyler wide. Diamonds has now lost those cars behind. Looking to regain DRS from Abdul. It's going to be hard though. He's going to have to push super hard as Koi's is retired. And that brings out a
that's
safety car.
We're gonna have one a sprint to the line.
Yeah, he just completely understeered into that corner going into sector 2 right before the S's.
He did that on purpose. I got it on stream.
Ooh.
He totally did it on purpose. He's
The
gonna
FIA will have a look at that. Most
gonna-
definitely.
He's gonna probably leave the server now, as all the griefers do.
Can confirm as the front runners are changing into the softs for a 4-lap shootout to end out the Mexican Grand Prix. Yeah, this is not good for KJ. He's now going to have to separate himself from Abdul another 3 seconds. He was 14 seconds in the lead. Or 14-second gap between himself and P4.
So
Yeah,
we're
FIA
gonna
is
have,
going to have
we're
a
gonna have
serious look.
we're gonna have a sprint to the line
It's
with
going to be a 25% sprint.
maybe even less.
Yeah, possibly. It's a lot of time for that grid to make up. Arweb and Stein still in the pits. And
There's a lot of drivers competing for a lot of other positions, and I think the safety car actually saved the diamonds. He got it
Right,
all
but
planned out.
you know what this safety car didn't do?
But
Help Death Star. His worst nightmare has come to life.
again, for the third time,
A
this
4-lap,
race.
maybe 3-lap shootout to the end, and he's behind his worst enemy, the safety car.
Safety car. This legendary rivalry is gonna be there for many years to come.
Yeah, looks like the only rivalry between Aston Martin and a Mercedes this track. Sly dig there.
I was about like what? And then, and then, and then, and
You didn't get it?
then,
You didn't
yeah, I
get
get it. Like a second. I need to think about it for a
it? Had to
second.
process.
And then I was like, oh, hey, it's like that. Oh, that's actually funny.
Can you switch over to penalties for the last couple laps?
We can do that.
Muy bueno.
So, it's from one to another, 3 seconds to P9, and then 6 seconds for P11 and P12.
This is a really bad time to have to use the bathroom. I'm gonna hold it.
You can go if you have, if you're do it in.
Yeah.
We got 1 minute.
Speed piss it. Be right back.
So. We'll have one sprint to the line on the south. It's gonna be interesting, but that star looked dominant to the all race, and gotta say, it's really unpredictable to say who's gonna win, who's gonna lose, who's gonna be on podium. Really, really hard to say. There could be even some collision with the wall. Something happen. A safety car is in the slab, and that star is gonna look to get the best restart of his life and try to keep Grizzler behind him to gain on him points in championship. Is that star still not going? Still not going. That star goes now. And that was great restart from Grizzler, who's gonna challenge Death Star right at the restart, trying to go around the outside, but not working out for him. Those softs work too good with Death Star. As Davito is making up places, Tyler is losing places. A lot of things happening behind and up front, as Diamonds goes around the outside, at least tries to go around the outside, not working out for him. Abdul stays ahead as Mr. Haynes tries to go down the inside, still not working for him. KJ is, I don't think he needs to join the fight, but Death Star absolutely pulling a lot of seconds, or almost a second, on Grizzler. This could be the point where Grizzler is gonna lose the DRS and even the touch with his win. Death Star sets the fastest lap of the race now.
Yeah. And you got to think, Abdul's only got to stay within that 3-second time window of himself and KJ, and he gets a podium.
That would be great start to bad start of the weekend.
Yeah, that
for
would be a
McLaren.
great ending to a fucking awful weekend. But anyways, I digress. Death Star's actually gotten out of DRS range, which will be opened next lap. Maybe out of DRS of Grizzler.
I think he's gonna be.
You got to think, Diamond's race was absolutely saved by that safety car.
absolutely was. As Erweb retired. I don't know what he did, but
Looks like he might have crashed out in the S's in Sector 2.
it was before the SS actually.
No, it was in the middle of them. That's where his little circle
My
was. Yeah,
track,
I digress. Whatever.
yeah, my track is saying, my track map is saying it was before them. I don't know what's true about it, but that's what my track map says.
Yep.
And
And
Abdullah is also losing the DRS, but KG is not gonna have DRS also. So there's gonna be a big fight for the podium. Last place on the podium remaining, as Grizzler is gonna try to get that start. There's only one lap remaining, one big straight, and then one smaller and one is even smaller than the other one. This could be interesting result. A lot of fights going on in the front for the win and for the podium. As DRS is enabled, Abdullah gets DRS. He's pushing his everything. Try to stay in that 3 seconds window to get that podium. And he's not gonna, if he's not gonna do anything stupid, stay on the pace. He is. He should get that pretty easily. As he goes onto the straight with DRS, catch in. As Grizzler overtakes Death Star, and that could be crucial move for this Grand Prix. Death Star needs to cook up something in the last remaining few turns, and I don't think he...
oh, you know what? Grizzler is low on fuel.
Grizzler's... Yes! So,
Grizzler's low on fuel. He may not make it to the line here.
Death Star is still for the win here. Don't count out anyone. This could be interesting result as Tina ran out of fuel. Probably. And Death Star, now or never. You need to overtake Grizzler. I hope he's gonna run out of fuel. As Davito picks up 3 seconds time penalty. Death Star pushing everything out of the car, trying to get past Grizzler. It's just not gonna work out for him. And that's end for the Mexican Grand Prix. Grizzler crosses the line to win the Mexican Grand Prix. Abdullah is gonna be third, even though KG finished ahead of himself. Wow, what a great result.
Good job.
That was interesting Grand Prix.
The last lap inversion of positions between Grizzler and Death Star. What a race between those three.
What
Abdul
a
absolutely
race.
saved by the safety car here. GG, I should get my pin removed. Yeah.
Do you want to
Anyways.
do you want to handle the post-race interviews? I'll probably go now, so you can hold it. I'm just gonna leave the stream here, and I'm gonna be here, like, but I don't have any questions to ask, really, so.
My mind is blanking right now. Keep in mind, I've been awake for 28 hours at this point.
Oh my god.
Yep. I'm a trooper. Do we say our driver of the day picks out loud, or?
I think we can.
Okay.
You can type it into the chat, of course. The commentaries chat. So here are the results. I'm thinking Grizzler, Death Star, and Abdullah is the who should have Mr. Haynes. Don't count out him. Diamonds is gonna be also the one who's gonna be in the vote. He's gonna be in the vote 100%, and I don't see anyone else. So I would say my pick is Diamonds, Mr. Haynes, Abdullah, Death Star, and Grizzler. That's my picks.
Ooh, that's a good lineup. You know, I'm gonna go with. Got to go with Grizzler. We'll throw in Diamonds as well.
Diamonds has to be there. He started
Yeah,
P13.
he's got to be there. Let's see. 2 more picks. Um. I'll throw Abdul in there as well. He maintained position very well.
And then got podium.
And yeah, and got a podium. And then I'm gonna throw DeVito in there for finishing the race with 6 with 6 commentator curses. Yeah.
Well,
So yeah, I'll leave him there.
I don't think I'll do some interviews. Do you want to do interviews?
Yeah, I can handle interviews.
Well, then I'm gonna leave the stream on. I'll let you handle it. I'm gonna mute myself.
Alrighty.
It's all yours.
Oh wait, no, you go to voice
VC?
chat. So yeah, go to VC so
Yeah.
we can actually do interviews.
No.
Okay. Okay. So we got a few people in here. We'll start off with KJ, as I think he was the first one to enter the lobby. KJ, you there?
Yeah, man.
Hey, buddy. Okay, so from your point of view, how'd that race go?
I mean, it was fun, really. It was kind of me, Death Star, and Grizzly just blitzing away from everybody.
Yeah, before that safety car
yeah.
restart, the last one, you were 14 seconds between yourself and P4.
Well, yeah, I know. So basically, well, first of all, I think I'm gonna get my penalty removed because I had 4 warnings overall.
You had
and
5. You had 5.
5.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, basically, 3 of my warnings, I got 2 for like pulling into the pit lane under the safety car, and
Okay.
it just gave me 2 random warnings. And then the third, on the safety car reset, when R-Web was doing some sketchy defending, I had 2 cars in my side, so I had to go off, and then that gave me a warning as well. So I think I'll get my pen removed, which will put me up to P3. But yeah, without that last safety car, I was looking pretty because I mean, Death Star was holding up Grizzler, and Grizzler, his tires were going to go off, and I was quite happy chilling behind, ready to capitalise. Then the safety car came out, and then everyone pulled away, and then yeah, just another late safety car.
Another 4-lap shootout to the end. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we've got an audience question for you from your fellow D1 driver, Mr. Hans. He wanted me to ask you about the braces. How are those feeling?
I mean, they're all right. I can't really hard
Not
stuff.
too sore. Not too sore.
It didn't really affect my ability to race in any way. So
yeah, it's just arms, legs, eyes, and brain, pretty much. You might be able to throw in another body part in there, but I don't think it's appropriate to say on stream. Anyways, yeah, there was 3 safety cars overall. Each one, it seemed like you, Grizzler, and Death Star all followed each other into the pits and had similar strategies throughout the entirety of the race. But I mean, just from a perspective, like from a spectator's perspective, right? It looked like you and Grizzler were fighting the most, and Death Star was pretty much in his own world up there. How did the battles with Death Star go on? Or not Death Star, Grizzler.
Well, basically, after the second safety car restart, R-Web stayed out, and he kind of just let Death Star pass. I mean, he didn't really defend. And then into turn 2 and 3, he just absolutely parked the bus. And then even though I'm on like 10 seconds of that fresher tires, he still like defends like it's a championship into turn
Right.
4, and that causes me to get another warning. And now I'm 2 seconds behind Death Star. So me and him and like kind of worked together to try and get back up to him. And luckily, I stayed with Grizzler, and he like dragged me along to Death Star. But yeah, after the penalty, well, the penalty should get removed. But yeah, after the safety car, I just couldn't keep up with the soft people because I didn't have any fresh sets. Because my qualifying lap was actually on used tires, so I didn't have any new sets for the race. But yeah,
Still got
P4,
pole.
yeah, pole was good, but yeah, still annoyed. P4, I mean P3 maybe,
Potential
but yeah,
P3, yeah.
championship seems to be falling away right now.
Well, never say never, man. We're almost to the halfway mark. This will be week 7 out of 16, I believe. So there's still plenty of chances for you to overtake. But yeah, that it seems like a really, really good, really clean race from my perspective of you. But is there any finishing notes that you want to end off the interview with?
I mean, I feel like I need to talk to Arwell after this because that defending was very, very
It
sketchy.
was atrocious, as well
But
as staying out on 12
yeah,
level mediums.
but yeah, great drives from Death Star and Grizzler. They were really good today, and yeah, just need to try and bounce back next week in Qatar.
All right. Well, I can't wait to see what you do then. I'll go ahead and let you go off now, and we'll move on to the next interviewee. Thank you for participating.
All right.
Okay. I think Diamonds was the next one to enter the lobby.
Hello.
There. Hello, Mr. League owner. How was your race today?
Fun. One of the best drives I've put in terms of pure overtaking. Made
Yeah.
so many passes after a bad quali where I just didn't get the time on the final run. Then in the
Yeah.
race, I was just on it from start to finish, maximizing everything. Was most happy with actually was something that was probably unnoticed. When I went on the softs, and I was checking the tire wear every lap. They were going to make it to the end, so that would have been a
Wow.
90-lap stint on softs. When the safety car came out, I think it was like 45% with 6 laps to go.
If you just want to hold for about 50 seconds, there's an ad break on the stream, so
Okay.
we're not missing anything. I do have a really good question lined up for you, so get prepared.
Okay.
Yeah, just another 35 seconds. Sorry for making you wait, by the way. I just want to make sure everyone's going to be able to watch it.
That's fine.
Okay, we got last 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay, we should be back from ad break now. So at the end of your soft stint, towards the last safety car, we saw you getting into a little bit of a scuffle with Coys. Now, from the commentator's perspective, it looked like you guys were just bumping wheels and going into Sector 2 after that double corner, right? It looks like he just intentionally went off and DNF'd his race. What was your what did you think happened there? Because I know it was kind of in the rearview mirror view, but did you see anything going on?
I don't know, mate. He was clear of me. I was coming at him into turn 1, and then he just starts weaving all over the straight like a madman. And I think eventually the weaving got out of control, and he just kept doing that for like half a lap behind me. I'm guessing maybe something broke on his setup, or he maybe just rage quitted because I just seen he just left the league straight after the race.
Oh,
Because the
yeah.
DNF was on his own, so I don't know what's happened with him. Maybe something broke, or he just lost his temper. But I don't think he had a reason to. He was well clear.
Yeah, he's doing very well. Yeah, well, he's left the server in the league, so we don't have to worry about that. But anyways, How? What was? I I probably can't put it into words, but the pure feeling of euphoria whenever you saw that safety car come out, and you're already on 15 lap old softs, and it's a 4 lap stint to the end of the race. You pit, brand new softs, boom, you're back in the fight. How did that feel for you?
Mm, wasn't wasn't that ecstatic actually. It was kind of a mixed feeling because I had a 3 second time penalty looming, and as I said, I really did think I would be able to get the softs to the end. So that then makes me vulnerable to the guys without pens, like Hans, who ended up getting it on pens.
Right.
But yeah, it was nice to be able to finally push flat out for a couple laps at the end instead of having to manage the tires like my life depended on it.
Right. Well, I just want to end off this interview with a quick statement from myself. You've definitely got my vote for driver of the day. Starting out, P13 on the grid after qualifying and managing to get up into the top. What is it like? Did you finish 6th, 7th?
Ended up P6. P5
P6.
on track, P6 after pens.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just a masterclass of a race from you, man. Really took it back to him after qualifying. But is there any special shout outs or anything you want to say concluding the interview?
I don't know, not much to say. Just that it was this race had a lot of a lot of good battles, especially with McLaren of Vabo,
Yeah.
poised for a little while until he did a coise. I don't know what he wants to call it.
Yeah.
But overall, the race was just fun from start to finish. There was bits of contact, but I don't mind it when there's also lots of clean racing going on.
Yeah, there's a bunch of clean at the front and the back, with just moments of what the fuck's going on. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and conclude this interview. Thank you so much for coming out and participating. Can't wait to see what you do in Qatar if you are going to be attending. But anyways, yeah, thank you for coming out. We'll move on to Death Star now.
Hello there.
Hey yo, the man that's consistent with the post race interviews. How are you doing, man?
Obviously a bit frustrated with the last lap. I tried to on the previous lap. I absolutely drained my ERS to try and get out the 1 second, and then he got right back in it.
Right.
So I had nothing to defend with.
Yeah, I mean, just real unfortunate safety car call there. Shouldn't have ever happened. Don't know what was going on with the Alpine driver, but yeah, certainly something fishy going on there. Just real unfortunate, messed up your race. But on the bright side, you had a little bit more competition going in that 4 lap sprint shootout, basically at the end of the race. No penalties. It was just pure racing between yourself and Grizzler. How did that feel at the end?
I mean,
Aside
yeah.
from last lap, of course.
No, it was pretty good. Even on the hard stint, he was still in the DRS, but I was gaining enough through the corners that he couldn't get past in the straights. I think he had a lower downforce setup, which helped him a lot on the last lap.
Right.
And obviously, I was using the wrong wings, so
Yeah, we were watching in qualifying.
I could have been quicker.
We were watching in qualifying. You just setting crazy lap times in Q2 of all sessions, and then I see the little comment on the stream saying, "Oh yeah, I forgot to put my setup on." I'm like, "What? This guy, you need to get into coaching, really. That might be a good career path." But taking it back earlier into the race a little bit, so lap 31, it was basically a fight between yourself, Grizzler, and KJ, all within DRS of each other. Were you aware that you were 14 seconds behind of the next pack? Or in front of the next pack?
Nope.
Nope. So is that something that you pay attention to? Like where other cars or where other like trains are kind of positioned and how far like the distance between yourself and them are?
It depends. I think Hungary was one of those races where I was more worried about Grizzler than anyone else, actually, because he started in the hards and he was keeping up quite a lot with everyone else. So
Yeah. Yeah,
just little situations like that. But as soon as I
Totally
don't see
agree.
them in my rear wing, sorry, in my rear mirror, then I'm fine.
Yeah, well, it's not a good day if you see them in your rear wing, but yeah. But I mean, just it, all in all, just a great race from you, absolute masterclass. It seemed like during that second safety car restart, whenever it was Arweb leading the grid, he ended up not coming into pit, and he was already on 12-lap old mediums. It seemed like he kind of let you by, but he defended really hard against KJ in P3. Was he giving you any trouble at all to make the pass, or was it just go by, I don't mind?
Well, to be honest, I don't think it's that he was trying to let me pass, because he did have like an absolute fat slap of fat snap on the last corner, so that really hurt his restart going down the main straight. So I kind of just got right past him.
Yeah, I mean, it just seemed like a make up the strategy on the spot type of thing. We'll see how it goes with this many safety cars coming out. Stints were separated by safety cars. I don't think anyone pit under their own accord, minus our web pitting in the last 3 laps before the ultimate safety car. But yeah, it was just a really good, really clean race. Way to go to keep it out of the penalties as well. So concluding this interview, is there anything that you want to say or shout out for anyone?
To be honest, not necessarily. I think I just spent most of the race in the lead, even though it wasn't by very much.
Absolutely towing.
the tire wear for me, because I was like speaking to KJ and Humane throughout the race, but the tire wear for me was significantly higher. So I don't know if that was like maybe part of how Grizzler got back into my DRS so fast on the last laps, but
in Mexico specifically, it pays a toll to be the one towing the cars behind, especially on your tires and their lifespan. But I mean, it seems like you pretty much conquered through it, pushed through a lot of adversity with the 3 safety cars, and just spins left, right, and center on the map. But anyways, yeah, it's been great having you on for an interview, and I'm assuming you're going to be at Qatar. Is that correct?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And it's a sprint weekend, so
oh yeah,
even better.
It's gonna be fun. I might get my second podium. Yeah, sprint podiums. I count them.
Can I just point out, I didn't crash into the safety car.
No, I don't know if you had the stream
Oh my
up at all,
god, that started to crash into safety car.
Every time you were buying a safety car, I was like, it's his worst nightmare. It's between him and his enemy. But yeah, man, thank you for participating in the post-race interview, and definitely look in your DMs because I'm gonna be hitting you up for some coaching lessons later.
Oh my god!
But yeah, yeah, enjoy your night, man. Congrats on P2, and yeah, I can't wait to see you in Qatar.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, Emu, you wanna finish it off or leave it there?
I'll finish it. So I hope you enjoyed D1 Mexico. A pretty good race at the end. Great sprint to the line. It was really not what we expected, but that's Formula One. It's a sport of unpredictability. I'm gonna end it here. So goodbye. Now, Husky, do you want to say anything? Yeah.
No. Just goodbye really loud. Goodbye!
So goodbye. Have a nice evening.